Hey, this is Scott from PRSSetups.com, place where you get two different builder setup packs for 20 bucks a month. We are at Pocono. Let's take a lap. All right, let's go over this lap. So the first point that you're gonna have for braking into turn one is between your light and your first cone here. And you'll notice that we're about 20% brake down into the corner, right off the wall. Make sure you're right on the wall. So this corner during the run, you're going to have some on the high side, some in the middle, some on the bottom. I'm just going to show you how to run the middle. Sometimes the top will go away and you can get run on the bottom. So this is kind of a corner that is going to change progressively throughout the race. So this is just the middle line. So we're holding about 10% all the way till just past the Chevy right here. And then we're gassing it right up at the Cup Series, and we're going to get on it really hard. So the big thing with any of the corners here, especially this one in turn 3, is if you get on the throttle too soon, it's going to want to push. So that's going to cause it to go out, and you're going to have a ton of people hitting the wall. So make sure you wait just a little bit longer to make sure the thing is pointed down the track enough for you to get a nice straight run off. Otherwise, you will definitely slap the wall and you will definitely have toe damage. Aiming right here for Pocono. You notice it was full throttle pretty early. You know you're on it and you're really on it. So we're going to go down to turn 2. And our braking point is going to be right here at the Pocono sign. And then what you want to do here is make sure you enter right at the Pocono sign. And there's going to be a little kink here. You'll see here in a second on right here where it kind of straightens and then it turns. That's kind of where you want your lefts. You don't want to hit it, but you want to get those lefts right on the paint. And we're already on throttle right when the kink comes. So this one is big time slow and fast stop because you're on throttle even before the apex. And I am full throttle because I know that my lefts are right on the paint and I know I've got enough grip off. If you mess this corner up, you'll definitely slap the wall because it's so flat and it's so unforgiving. There are bumps all through here. So what's going to happen is even when you hit it right, the front is going to slide on you. So you want the front to slide in the right spot on corner exit. It is definitely a very challenging and very rewarding when you hit it right corner. And if you have your ticker on, you'll know if you did a good or bad job because I've messed up and given up, over 1/10 of a second because I didn't hit this paint right. I didn't get it in right. So super critical corner. Come right out, and you notice that when it kinks back right here, I'm still on the line, and then I'll let it come out. And then you are shifting here. I do shift down this straightaway. The other two straightaways you're shifting. Unless the gear ratio is different. You could change the gear ratio if you don't want to shift into 5th on the straightaway after turn 1. And then on the current gear right now, the higher one, you have to shift down through here. most of the time. You can probably leave it in fourth and bounce off the rev limiter, but that's up to you. So right here, our braking point is between the cone and the Pocono sign. You can go in as deep as the Pocono sign, but it's going to hurt your run off. But if you back it all the way up to the cone, you're going to hurt your run in, and people are going to attack you, and you're most likely going to get past. It's a full send track, and you got to be so precise on how hard you send it. So right here, we are turning in just when the wall kind of pushes in. And then this is just like turn one. There are going to be people that are running all the way to the top and all the way to the bottom. There's going to be speed everywhere at certain times during the event. So we're still holding the brake. What were we? We're about 15%. Still holding all the way through, You got to hold it to keep the nose pinned. And then at the Chevy sign here as well, we're lifting. And then right back on. We're on really hard to make sure that we can get a good run off, because remember, these don't have a lot of horsepower. Pinning it right here at the bottom for the bottom line. You know, you'll change the line. Then it's gonna want to slide the rears off a little bit on exit. Just be aware of that. Just adjust your throttle a little bit on exit if you're getting a little bit of slide. Try not to counter steer. The throttle's a better option. And then cross the line. That's all we got for Pocono. It's 3 corners. It's very challenging. I would recommend 2 tires. It's definitely a place to where the iRacing weather has very chilly weather, so you'll definitely not have very much fall off. You'll stay in the 52s probably the whole time, depending on the track state. And if it gets a little bit warmer, you'll probably be in the 53s. But from the iRacing default, yeah, we're going to be in the 52s the whole time. So when you get practice, that's kind of your goal. And it's really hard on fuel, so I believe it was mid 30s on the laps on how much you can run on fuel. You can save a little bit, but it's really challenging because of how fast you got to go. So that's all I got for this week. Good luck, everybody.